Well, it was a special visit for kids at the Joseph M. Sanzari Children's Hospital. A few weeks ago, a group of airline pilots traded their cockpits for hospital hallways, bringing gifts, honorary wings, and moments of joy to young patients and their families. Dr. Alfin Vicencio, Chair of Pediatrics for the Northern Region at Hackensack Meridian Health, and Paul Grieco, who is a United Airlines First Officer, registered nurse too, and a volunteer with the Newark Chapter of Pilots for Kids. They're here with the details. We say good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Nice to have you on. And doctor, for children who are spending time in the hospital, especially around the holidays, what does a visit like this mean for them and their families? And what does it do for their mood when their moods are brought up like that in terms of their healing?
It means everything. First of all, thank you so much for the program. I recall it was a pretty cold day in December, and it really brought a lot of warmth, not only to the patients and their families, but honestly, the staff as well. So thank you for the time that was donated. Thank you for the donations that were actually sent in. It really was a really special event.
Well, it's a special organization, certainly, and all the hard work you do and working with kids. It's just wonderful that you all exist and that this was done. And this event was coordinated with your child life specialist there. Why is that collaboration so important in creating the positive experiences for kids, for pediatric patients?
The resources that are provided by our child life specialists it's invaluable. The mood and the uplifting of their spirits during a very, very difficult time really helps their recovery, and it helps the family dynamics, and it helps everything about recovery of the child. So extra programs like this for outside folks like these pilots to donate their time steps that up dramatically. So again, I can't thank everybody enough for these types of events, and I'm looking forward to it again next year.
And we did have Paul Greco with us, and unfortunately, oh, okay, we're getting the signal. We were having some signal issues, so I don't, Paul, we got you on now. So before we lose the signal, let's
Great.
let's bring you in. You have a unique background because you're both a registered nurse and a pilot. That's quite a combination.
I am.
What was it like returning to a hospital setting in such a different role this time?
Oh, it was wonderful to be able to come back and meet with all the children. You know, when you're working as a nurse and you're a caregiver, that's certainly one experience. But being able to come back and just bring a smile to all the kids' faces and bring a little bit of excitement with the aviation component was really nice. It was very meaningful.
Amazing. And you've said that helping a child smile as a pilot carried special meaning for you. Was there a moment from that day that really stuck out?
Yeah, the one girl in particular was really sort of, you could tell she wasn't feeling well. And when we went in, she asked where we flew, and I said I fly often to Orlando, and apparently she had flown with her parents to Disney, and so that's a flight that I do often. And so just you could see that it reminded her of her trip with her family, which was really nice. And when the kids smile, as a parent too, you could see that it brought a smile to the parents' faces. It just takes them out of that moment for a minute. It was very nice to see, very heartwarming.
Yeah, look, whenever anybody's sick, and you as a nurse, you've seen it. Obviously, whenever anybody is sick, you feel for them, you hope for them. When a child is sick, it's just a whole different level. And the idea of just bringing a moment of joy so a child could be a child, it just must be an incredibly fulfilling feeling for you. And this visit was organized by the Newark Chapter of Pilots for Kids. So for anyone who doesn't know
Yes.
much about this, let's talk about the mission of Pilots for Kids.
Sure. So, Mission for Pilots for Kids is wonderful. It's a volunteer organization. It's been around since the early 1980s, and it's a group of pilots from all different airlines that get together, and we come out and we visit hospitals. It's typically during the holiday season, although we're trying to expand and do it at other times of the year. But it's voluntary. It's donation based, and we'll come out and we give little gifts during the holidays, and then we just try to come out and get them excited about aviation, and bring a smile to kids' faces.
Would you kind of like tell stories about what it is to be a pilot, what it was like to study to be a pilot, maybe show them some pictures from the air? Is that the kind of thing you do?
Yeah, we go in with wings. We have trading cards. Apparently, the trading cards are really popular with the kids these days, and so we'll go in with trading cards and wings, and yeah, we get them. We get them generally talking about maybe where they've traveled to. We ask them to come up and visit us in the cockpit the next time they come up and go flying. Ask them about their favorite places to visit, and then just answer their questions. Lots of them have, they're very interested in aviation, and so a lot of them will just ask questions about airplanes or flying in general, and so we'll answer those questions.
Just out of curiosity, a total aside, what are you certified to fly?
Right now, I fly the 737. Previously flew Airbus A320.
Nice. Two, of course, about the same size plane, basically. I'm a total
Right.
aviation junkie. That's why I had to ask, but
Oh,
very
cool.
curious there. Totally. And then, of course, Dr. Vicencio, from a pediatric care perspective, the moments of joy must have some kind of an impact, I would imagine, on a child's healing. We touched on this a little before, but and again, I'm speaking anecdotally here, but I would bet if there was a study showing, or done rather, testing children who are not distracted and have to suffer and be alone in a hospital versus a child who is distracted with some joy and toys and conversation and visits, I would bet that there would be a substantial difference in the healing rate between the two.
Yeah, there's actually literature about this kind of stuff, and how mood and attention to those details can actually accelerate healing. So, again, all the thanks in the world for Paul and for his group to come in on a really really cold December day and bring some warmth to the Children's Hospital. It was really really an amazing event.
Well, I'm sure it goes both ways because seeing a child smile, especially for a dad there, seeing a child smile, of course, means so much, and there isn't any kind of inconveniencing that would come into play and bother anybody when they see a child smile and feel better, especially a child who is in the hospital for any number of reasons. So we appreciate the fact that both of you took part and did this, the fact that the organization exists and that you're helping children who so desperately need your help, Doctor. And Doctor, forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Is it Alfin or Alfin?
Alfin.
Alfin, forgive me. Okay, thank you. Dr. Alfin Vicencio, Chair of Pediatrics for the Northern Region at Hackensack Meridian Health, and Paul Grieco, who is a United Airlines First Officer and a registered nurse and a dad and a volunteer with the Newark Chapter of Pilots for Kids. Thank you both for sharing the great story. It is always wonderful. Please come back again if there's anything more we can do to promote this. We'd love to. We appreciate you both.
Thank you for highlighting this.
Thanks.
You bet.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Great people. Thank you, gentlemen, both.